Hello everybody, my name is Kaiju Cooper, and today we're going to be taking a look at Transformers Kingdom Dinobot. Now this is from the Beast Wars subline that started in the 1990s. Pretty good TV show. Animation did not age well, but really good writing, and this is also a really good figure. But before we take a deep dive into the figure itself, let's actually take a look at the packaging. Sorry if my voice is a little raspy. And here is the package, and it is a very, very nice box. As you can see, we get some nice artwork here along with the Transformers logos. Nice artwork of him in robot mode here. Top of the box is nothing special but the Predacon logo, which is actually kind of weird considering Dinobot starts out as a Predacon, but he does end up turning into a Maximal near the beginning of the show. Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy logo. And turn this around, you get some product shots of Dinobot in robot mode and beast mode. 28 steps, some nice green graphics. Bottom just has some random legal info. Transformers Authentic. Nice. 8 and up. Artwork. Cool stuff. You get a window you can see the figure through when you first buy it. And that's it for the box. And now we're going to take a look at Dinobot himself. As you can see, this figure looks really, really good, especially for a mainline Transformer. Although before we take a deeper dive into this, I want to talk about the price real quick. Recently, the price of Transformers went up by a lot, from like $30 to $35 per Voyager class figure. And class sizes, that's a whole different thing. I don't want to go on a rant, but mainly, this would have been $25 to $30 when it first came out. Now it's about $40 resale, going with inflation. Inflation on the MSRP, that'd just be $35. So yeah, pretty expensive now. But I found 3 of this guy at Ross, of all places, for $20 each. So I am pretty lucky. As you can see, his hip's a little bit wobbly there, but it's not that big of a deal. Wow, big of a deal. That was a horrible voice crack. Get a nice waist swivel either way. Anyway, let's go ahead and look at some of the details here. As you can clearly see, lots of nice skin texture and mechanical detail here, along with the head sculpt being pretty much spot on to the show. Both of them, Kingdom and Beast Wars, he looks absolutely spot on. Although I will say the arms look a bit off. I don't think they're colored correctly. They weren't just solid brown. This actually isn't my first time handling this mold. I did a video on this guy too. Beast Wars Grimlock here. He's in Dino mode right now. I'm not going to transform him. But yeah, there he is. Pretty cool. Dinobot is really nice here, and as you can see, he is holding some weapons. You get his little rotor shield thing, and he has a wrist swivel that lets him spin it around like he does in the show. And he has his incredibly phallic looking sword here. Now, in the show, the sword isn't actually this pink, but there is this one really iconic shot of Dinobot holding the sword, and the light reflects and it makes it look pink. Pretty unfortunate look there, but whatever. You can see the eyes here, like the dinosaur kind of flattened out across the chest. Not that much extra stuff on the back. Usually Transformers have a lot of extra parts just all over the back, and I'm glad to see that he doesn't have that here. That is really nice. Of course, now we're going to go over articulation. You get a ball joint at the head. He can look up, down, side, side. You get some tilts there. Swivel at the arm, hinge joint. Swivel at the bicep there. Elbow that can go that far back. Get a wrist swivel and a hinge joint, which is pretty nice. You get some opening and closing fingers here. I guess we'll take the weapons out just for a second. Get a waist swivel, hinge swivel here, thigh swivel, knee bend, ankle can move up and down and to the side. And yeah, it is very, very posable, especially for mainline figures. I didn't expect it to be this posable, but yeah, it's really a lot, and I really do appreciate Hasbro going through all the effort they did with the engineering here. And before we get into the dinosaur mode, actually, we'll get into the dinosaur mode now, but I do want to mention this does have some weapon storage, which is really nice when you don't want to display them with the weapons, but you know, you don't want to lose them. Especially not these, because these end up being a vital part of the beast mode. But simply, we're going to take the sword here and plug it in, close each half, and now you have his tail, which will plug into here, and that's going to start the transformation. And that is also some good weapon storage. Now we can transform the figure, and I'm just going to go ahead and cut right to that. Here he is in dinosaur mode, and this does actually look pretty cool. I am glad with how this turned out in the end. Very, very nice looking. Of course, some parts of the robot mode are peeking out. That was going to be unavoidable. But you can see his feet on his butt. You can see his head poking out there. See a little pink tipped tail. The big orange things right there. He's a bit cross-eyed as well. Sorry, not cross-eyed, cock-eyed. But yeah, you get a little spring-loaded throat there. I don't know what the use of that is, but it's there. Anyway, very nice detailing. You get a lot of scales, nice texture all over the figure. But like I said, robot kibble, like the eyes are poking out, even though the eyes are. I don't want eyes on my thighs, even though thighs save lives. I don't know. We'll just go over articulation again. You get a hinge joint at the jaw, letting them open about that wide. You get a hinge joint there. You can look down that far. Hinge joint at the arm here. It can move all the way around. Hinge joint at the elbow. Get a ball joint at the wrist, although it only can go down and swivel. As for the legs, they can move out, although, you know, there's that. They can't really go backward and forward because of how they're designed, although you do get a knee bend. Swivel at the ankle there. And you might notice he has 2 back toes, but that's because of the robot mode. You get a hinge joint at each of those and a hinge joint there. No tail articulation, sadly, but yeah, this is a pretty good dinosaur mode. And I'm going to put him next to the Grimlock dinosaur mode, and holy crap. Can't swear. Don't want to get demonetized, even though I'm not monetized, but the difference here is night and day. This guy looks way better than Dinobot's robot mode. I hate to say it, but you might also notice I'm missing the sword for Grimlock. Although it was a white sword, so it looked way cleaner than this one. But just this dinosaur mode looks way better. It fits. The color scheme fits so well. Not to mention those piercing green eyes look really nice. But overall, I'd say in quality, they're both equal. I do still favor this guy for his color scheme and his head sculpt. I do like both of them a lot, although this guy has his own review, so go check that out if you want to. Overall, I'd say Dinobot is a really, really good figure. If you want this mold, I recommend just getting the brand new Legacy Heroic Maximal Dinobot, or getting the 2-pack with this guy in it for $50, and you get another Autobot figure, Mirage. Once again, check out that review. I'm going to try and link it if I remember. Yeah, I'd say this figure's a solid 8 out of 10. Get it for at most $30. Try and get it for 20. Check out my TikTok, like and subscribe. Got some TikTok exclusive content now. Turn on notifications, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.